Hey lovelies, my name is Queeneth and you're welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time here or you haven't already, please join the family by scrolling all the way down and click that red button that says subscribe and the notification bell close to it so that way you get notified whenever I upload new videos. If you watch through to the end and you like this video, please do not forget to give it a thumbs up. Like the video. Thank you so much for your support, especially to those of you who always come back. As you've already seen by the title, I believe you know what time it is. Let's get right into it. So now let's talk about this UK 2-year postgraduate visa extension that has just resurfaced. I would say resurfaced because it isn't something new. It was in existence for a very long time, up until 2011, 2012, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Around that period, I was still in the UK. I was part of the people who it actually affected. Markets don't press them. They have realized that the majority of what they gain economically, they don't get anymore. So they decided to bring this back. Truth is, why the Western countries treat people from the third world country who come to study in their country as parasites. We help the country to grow because we contribute to their economy immensely. Everything I'm going to talk about in this video is not going to be from a professional standpoint because I'm not a professional visa agent. I'm just a Nigerian who have been there and done that. I'm not speaking as an entitled Nigerian. I know that a lot of people think Nigerians are entitled people. We just feel like, oh, if we come to your country to study, you have to give us visa to stay. I don't know that we are actually entitled. I don't think it's an entitled mindset. Maybe I'm biased. I just feel like if a person is good enough, if they know their job, they don't go into crime, they don't do anything wrong, then you should not be kicking them out for any reason. That's what I think. I might be wrong, but hey, again, we all have our opinion, right? It is what it is. So here are a few things you should consider before making a decision whether or not to jump into this UK 2-year postgraduate visa offer. While the UK proposed this offer, they said that the offer would kick in around 2020. So let's say you go into the UK in 2020. In 2021, you graduate. So they give you the thing from 2021 and it's going to expire in 2023. Let's say you don't get a job in the entire 2022. What's going to happen with just 1 year? I will tell you, hiring is very difficult. Nobody wants to hire an employee who they know would have only a year to spend on that job. So they would rather hire someone who is going to be with them long term, because if you quit within 1 year, they will need to bring someone else in and then start the training all over again. Let me tell you, employers are very lazy. They don't want to do all of that. So what's your faith within that 1 year? While I'm busy trying to make you see the fact that there is a catch to this nonsensical proposal that the UK just brought back in place. So when I came to America to study, after graduation, it took me almost a year to get a job. Not because I wasn't searching. And I think it took up to a year because I did social work. I did mental health. But I didn't enjoy the therapy anymore. I wanted something different. But then again, if you think about it, as much as we think that there's job everywhere, like you just walk around, job day everywhere for you to take, it's not as easy as it seems. The truth is, the competition is really high. I didn't imagine that it could take someone who is a graduate, it's going to take me that long for someone to notice that I could do the job. If someone tells me, I would not agree. So those are the things, the possibilities, the ups and downs that you could face that we don't think about. It's good to be optimistic, but sometimes you have to think about the other side, possibility of things not happening the way we imagined it. It is also said that there will not be any extension of this work permit. However, students who are eligible or who meet the requirements to have an extension would always have that extension. But here's the deal. I believe there are other laws that should be corrected before this 2-year postgraduate. So what I'm trying to say in essence is the requirements that employers are supposed to meet before they hire someone who is an international student, if those requirements are actually not reduced to a certain level, I believe employers will still be very scared to hire anyone. If you're not exceptional or you don't have extraordinary skills, it's going to be very difficult for them to extend that visa. Requirements for an employer to hire you is way much. Why would they want to hire an international student when they can hire their citizen and just get it done with? Think about it that way. A lot of employers in America do the equal opportunity thingy. They are required to hire anyone who qualifies. It doesn't necessarily matter who you are, how you sound, or whatever like that. Which means everybody is able to get a job with this employer if you qualify for the job. There's no mago-mago. But when you use your microscopic lens take Lucan. There is a mago underneath. That is what is required by the law. So of course they will put it in their website way much better than the UK. Why? In the UK, the law is different. When you go to apply for a job, they have this thing in place where they prioritize the hiring process. So when I say they prioritize your hiring process, it actually means when you apply for a job, they put first the British, second the European citizen, which is people under the EU umbrella. Then they have a preferred country. Like there are certain countries that are favorable in certain countries. I don't know if that makes sense. For instance, in America, the Asians are perceived like tech people. If you go to all these tech companies, you will see a lot of Asians. They hire them for all this technical stuff, and the companies file for extend their visa, even apply for permanent residence, so that way they can work with them. In the case of the UK, I don't think Nigeria is their preferred country. India is like one of their preferred country because they see other people like they have like a special kind of extraordinary kind of skills. So I think, in my perspective, this is me just thinking, I believe more Indians will get the visa extension as opposed to Nigerians. So my dear Nigerians, you should open your eyes to kind of see. Just can't go there and imagine that they will just take their job and give to you. No, it doesn't work out that way. Before you travel to the UK, because you're excited about this news, you should put, everything into place. Now, make we use our head. This monkey, they walk bamboo, they chop tactics. Enough is enough. It's okay. In addition to all of the things I just said, if you're currently studying in the UK and your stay is going to expire in 2020, when this work permit goes into effect in 2020, I do not think you'll be eligible for that offer. So if you know what is good for you, you take yourself now, begin to make plans on how you will enter somewhere else. You and I as Nigerians, we know when your parents no be politicians and they send you go abroad, their intention not be say, oh, make you go study finish, oh, come back here, may you still come live for my house, they chop my food, occupy my space, and they breathe my air. That's not the plan. For those of now where they think, say, if you enter the UK, say, I could not find one girl or find one man, last, we could just do on one kind. My brother, my sister, open your eye. You see UK. UK need to respect that kind of thing. In fact, the place, road no dey there. So no waste your time, Nigeria economy, Nigeria hard. In fact, life hard now. You don't need to waste your money. You see all these countries, they don't do Yahoo reach us. But right now, they see say, they're legally Yahooing on top of our head. And we don't even see it. Because when market for president, everything that they propose, we now will be say first thing first, we don't do our research. All we they do be say, oh, my neighbor talks, and so one guy just entered the knack and job. That is the only thing we know. Our own, we didn't take our time. Sometimes, let me tell you, if you don't have the energy to read, there are people who do the reading and just deliver the message to you. They're not going to even watch you. They're not going to watch. Some of them, when they even watch, now course, they will come curse you. Say, close your mouth for their waiting, say they talk. Because of waiting, some people don't get brain. They get brain, so they need a user. So my dear brother and sister, what I want to tell you be say, this proposal where UK they bring now, is a Yahoo. If you must, make it be say as you enter there, you get a mind to from there find your level. I think that's the best advice I would give you. If someone had told me what I am saying right now to you in the past, there are certain mistakes I make that I probably wouldn't have made. But I've made those mistakes and I tell myself that, nope, never again. I would tell someone out there, out of 10, maybe if one person here, that would be fair enough for me and I'll be fine. I'll sleep well at night knowing that I helped out just one person. It doesn't necessarily matter who listens and who doesn't listen. So please, before you go to the UK, do your research. We do not like doing research. Nigerians, everything we do is just based on hearsay. I used to be that person who does things based on hearsay. But I've kind of gotten smarter. I don't do those things anymore. I realize how much you could fail if you don't do your research. If you go off of them hearsay, believe me, you're going to waste your time a lot. You're going to waste your parents' money. A lot of things would go wrong if you ever live your life based off of hearsay. I believe even when people give you information, you watch videos on information, you're supposed to pick one or two things that you could actually use to do your own little research. Help yourself because it's going to fall back on you. I feel like when you don't do your research, you do a lot of things ignorantly. And at the end of the day, you pay for it. Don't let anyone fool you. Most especially admission agencies. Most of them are certified Linus. They are good agencies. But people who get job the most are those people who lie. They don't care about you. The agent is not your brother. They're not your sister. So they don't have to be honest. You can't blame them. Everybody now on the streets. Everybody they hustle. You self, Do not let somebody hustle you and your parents. Use your head and do not be fooled. You don't know what it means like when they give you wrong information, you go there and the news is not the same. It doesn't correspond. You'll be heartbroken. You'll be confused. Obahra, go there for your head. So don't try to mess with yourself like that. Just try as much as you can to do your research. When you do your research, and when you ask a lot of questions to know much better, you can always compare offers from different countries and see what's more beneficial to you. Believe it or not, there's always a better offer somewhere. So that's it for this video, guys. I hope this was well received. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your time as always. I'll see you when I see you in my next one. Bye now.